Hi, I'm Jeff Gonzalez, president of Trident Concepts, and I'm here with Brownells Daily Defense to talk to you about shooting revolvers. So revolvers have sort of diminished in their popularity recently, and that's okay because revolvers are still a very viable weapon for some people. And that's really who I'm talking to. I'm talking to those folks who are using a revolver. And the reason why they're using a revolver isn't really important. Could be that's all they can find, that's all they can afford, that's what they have. The point is that we want to help educate them on how to shoot that revolver better. So the first thing we're going to talk about is the grip. And so when it comes to shooting a revolver, there's a lot of different grips. And depending on your hand size and the type of revolver you have, you may have to adjust it slightly. When it comes to gripping the revolver, what I'm going to want to do is make sure that I drop my right hand thumb. Then I'm going to make sure that my left hand thumb comes across and I'm actually applying pressure to my right hand thumb. Once I have this nice grip, I'm pressing my heels in together nice and tight. So this is going to give me that type of grip that's going to be helpful when shooting revolvers. Again, this isn't a semi-automatic handgun, so you really can't shoot it the same way. While you might have your hand positions similar, it's not the same. The next thing we talk about is that I have some options with the different types of revolvers. I can have a double action only revolver, such as this 340, or I can have one that has a double action single action mode. And that gives me options. So I most likely am going to be using that double action for speed or up close and personal or from the holster. But I might need to transition to that single action if I needed to take a longer shot or a more precise shot. So you're going to want to make sure that you are familiar with that and that you practice according to those situations. The next thing we talk about is that the sight systems for mini revolvers, they can range from being pretty good to not so good. On this 340, I have basically just a single dot reference in the front of my in the front near the barrel, and then I have just a notch cut into the frame itself. It's not as precise as I would like it, but it's good enough for the mission of that particular gun. This Model 19, on the other hand, has pretty nice sight systems that are adjustable for windage and elevation, so it allows me to be really precise with that. You might find that, okay, whatever sights you came with, you're not going to have a lot of options as far as replacing, and that's okay. What you might consider doing is maybe take some high visible or some highly visible paint and maybe put a couple of stripes there on that front sight to help draw your vision to that front sight post to help pick it up during those stressful conditions. But one of the things that the revolvers have as a con is the capacity. So I have a 6-round and a 5-round revolver here, so that's really reducing my capacity. What it really helps me to appreciate is how important shot placement is. I really need to be focused on my shot placement because I don't have a lot of rounds to play with. The next part to that is ammo management is going to be really important. So managing my ammunition through either a complete reload of the entire cylinder or partial reload or just reloading some of the rounds from an empty cylinder, this is going to be kind of important. These are going to be some of the things that you want to explore and possibly even work on. But one of the last things that we talk about is I mentioned how you have the option of going from double action to single action. So if I am in the single action mode, but I've decided to stop firing, well, I need to have a safe way of getting the hammer forward without firing around or accidentally firing around. So the first thing I want to make sure is that my trigger finger is on the home position. Then next I'm going to go ahead and place my right hand thumb on the actual hammer spur itself. I'm going to place my left hand thumb in between the gap. Once I've done that, I'll move my finger to the trigger, release the trigger, move my trigger finger back to that home position, and slowly move my thumb out of the way until I move that hammer all the way back to that home position. So revolver is a great gun to shoot. It's got a lot of advantages to a lot of people. It may not be the best choice for everyone, but it is a choice for a lot of folks. So whatever questions you have, whatever comments you feel like posting, please feel free to do so. I'm Jeff Gonzalez. Until next time, take care and stay safe.